Hello, everybody. My name is Tingyu, and I'm an undergraduate student from McMaster University, Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. And today I will be presenting a paper called Similarities of Influencers Across Different Social Media Platforms by Using 4 Centrality Measures. So I will be talking about the following aspects: research question, network construction, network quantities, results and conclusion, and some future improvements about this research. So first, let's get into the research question. So the background is when a salesperson wants to promote a product, he or she always wants to reach the maximum number of people by using the minimum resources. And as a result, it is essential to find the influencers among a social network. And usually the following 4 centrality measures are used for finding the influencers, which are degree centrality, closeness centrality, betweenness centrality, and eigenvector centrality. There are many other ways to find the influencers among a social network, but this paper only focuses on these 4 centrality measures. So the question is, for each centrality measurement, does it produce similar influencers across different social media platforms, right? For example, like Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. So the importance of this research is that this research may save some time for market analysts, right? So if we can prove that a centrality measurement can produce similar results across different platforms, then market analysts can just analyze one platform instead of different platforms, since all platforms will produce similar results. Now let's talk about network construction. So the network is pretty easy. The network is just a social network, and basically it's an undirected graph. And the following are some details about the network. So each node in the network represents an individual, and node I and node J are connected if person I and person J know each other. So about data, we need some data that are, from social networks from different platforms like Facebook, like Twitter, and Instagram. About data collection, I just used an existing data set from Kaggle, and this data set indicates relationships among 1,000 people from 3 platforms, which are Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. About network quantities. So since we have data from 3 platforms, right? Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, we can construct 3 social networks, and each network contains 1,000 nodes. And for each node from each social network, we need to calculate 4 types of centralities for each node. All right, so I will use degree centrality as an example here. So the first step is we calculate degree centrality for each node from 3 social networks. And for each social network, we selected top 100 nodes, which have the highest degree centralities. And now we have 3 sets of nodes, right? And each set has 100 nodes. And we named these 3 sets as SDF, SDT, and SDI. So the D here means degree centrality, and F means Facebook, T means Twitter, and I means Instagram. And then we need to measure the similarities between these 3 sets. So basically SDF versus SDT, SDF versus SDI, and SDT versus SDI. So, as I mentioned in step 2, we selected top 100 nodes. We also selected, top 200 and top 300 nodes, just to make the experiment results more comprehensive. So how do we measure the similarities between any 2 sets? We use the following 3 ways. The first one is Jacob index. The second is Serencer-Dice coefficient. And the third one is the common elements method. So the experiment or the research repeated the above process for other 3 centrality measures. And now I want to talk about the results and conclusions. So for the specific similarity data, for between different sets for each centrality measures, please check section 4 of the paper. And about the conclusion, the first conclusion is for all 4 centrality measures, they cannot generate similar influencers across different social media platforms, so that it is essential for marketers to analyze different markets respectively. And about the future improvements, the first improvement can be we need to collect data about relationships between more individuals, and this can make our experiment results more reliable. The second improvement is, other researchers can use the same methodology to explore if other centrality measures can generate similar influencers among different social media platforms. And this is what I want to talk about this paper. And thank you so much.